What's up, everybody? Showtime is Blaze the King with King's Critiques, and we're here with Dr. Ameku. In the last episode, Takao managed to come across somebody she had made friends with, thought she helped, feel better about, getting cancer, and the leukemia receded, and it was all cool and good until later on he came back, and she felt terrible for not doing as good of a job as she thought she did. But now there are other kids that have some crazy shit happening to them, and last episode we tried to explain what was happening, but actually couldn't, because, the case of the mysterious angel popped up, and the light shining on the wall with the silhouette here. There are some bully kids who are in a room over here, and there's someone in this room over here. So, what's actually going on? Hopefully we find out in this episode. Let me know your thoughts beforehand in the comment section down below if you haven't already seen the episode. And that being said, let's get into it, and hopefully this is far less confusing than the thing I just watched. Oh yeah, and of course also remember that it's a work of fiction, and, some medical procedures and equipment may vary from used to actually treat things. But in my opinion, honestly, maybe the things shown here might be, more important than what they actually do, because, at least in America, things don't actually quite go how they're supposed to. The biggest joke in the episode. Or is this why Takao feels bad? Because she gave him that book, and yeah, kids destroyed it, and she helped tell him this story that is mostly lies, slander, and bullshit. Unless it's a story about acceptance of someone dying, which is even more fucked up, by the way, if you're trying to spread the bullshit about God and angels and stuff. It's it's all fine. The angel came down to take the boy's spirit away. The boy was 7, but it's a very light-hearted story of acceptance. The boy was 7. Oh, I'm sorry, the mother was the one who died in this case. Still crazy, though, giving a fucking book like that to a child. It's I know you want them to accept death easier, but I don't think that's the way to do it. To be fair, Takao is a lot smarter than an angel, let alone any sort of religion. But that's a whole other topic, And cue the intro! Honestly, for a half second, I thought that kid died at the end of the episode. He was one of the 3 bullies. I won't say he deserved it because he's a kid, but shit like that is lessons learned. If you start believing in karma, just saying. Honestly, I used to believe in karma, but by this point in my life, I'm just everything's a joke. But that's a completely different topic. Okay, Takao. Oh, she's openly admitting that she's at fault for something. Probably because she hasn't quite been in the right headspace the past couple days, so she, wasn't sure how to handle it.
Yup.
Oh? Wait. So the mistake wasn't hers, so she's not admitting to her own mistake. She's actually saying that whoever's doing this shit was the one at fault. That also seems like more up Takao's alley. Oh, shit. In a few moments, we're probably going to have the Sorry. I literally did have to grab that music specifically play for the show. I hope you realize. Is it one of the kids? Or is it one of the kids' parents? Is it Kenta's parent? I don't really think they'd actually have the parent of the child in the hospital be the culprit twice in a row, though. Because, the episode where the mother was poisoning her child was literally before this 2-parter. Yeah, but that wasn't for a legit medical reason. I'll explain in a minute. She doesn't want to explain because whoever's actually responsible, she doesn't want to, alert to what. Oh, no. That's why she's doing it precisely. Because she doesn't want to explain the reason. She wants to give whoever is responsible one more chance to try and take these kids out so she can catch them. That's her plan. Oh, is this actually about to go in a far worse direction than I thought it would? She's not going to explain it to anybody right now. She's going to wait until the true moment to reveal it is. And the real fucked up thing is, I do think it has something to do with Kenta. Also, in similar fashion to the way that horror movies are always bullshit about hospitals being completely empty during the pivotal moments, at least unless they need to throw an extra kill or two in, it's kind of bullshit to see a hospital this actively busy. I'm sorry, I've been in enough hospitals in my lifetime between myself and my family members that I know that that nurses and doctors don't run around unless there's a code blue or something. Like, just to do casual IV changes or something. Maybe in other countries, because, again, America and, like, ignoring the political bullshit people argue about over the past 5 years minimum, uh, we never have once in, like, 30 years been good about our medical shit. See, man, obviously you're the villain. You're wearing Crocs. And this is why she didn't say anything, because she knew that the actual culprit, whom I'm guessing is the redhead kid, because he's the one who was in yellow. Also, I kind of called him as being more of an asshole than he seems to be, because his name is far too similar to the guy from that Classroom of the Elite show, who, like, had a big expanse of being called a general douchebag during the last season. I don't watch the show, but I did hear a lot of stuff about that Iron Kiji guy, and yeah, so they could hang around and bully the smaller children. That's a lot of big words for Elmo. The top half of the sentence is pretty obvious, but the rest of it, Elmo has no clue. He didn't think that it would take that much of an effect on him that it would almost actually kill him. Well, yeah, that'd be kind of why... Oh, no, yeah, I guess I do see the difference other than just color. I think the one over there says... What is it supposed to say? Like, 60? Oh, no, the green one's the 10. The yellow one's the 20 that he had probably already used. Or 40. Yeah, I can read. I literally read 40 on the other one and assumed the other was... Shut up. Well, yeah, but that was pretty obvious, but how would they do it from the wrong room? Because, again, like, the kid with leukemia is here. You know, they are here, and he saw it on this wall. By what she just said and the look on his face, they weren't doing it for the wrong reasons. Like, yeah, they were bullying him, but they weren't doing it for the wrong reasons. I actually think they were doing it for the nice reasons? Okay, like, that's not normal childlike behavior for the record, but I guess, again, they were basically tweens, so, like, as stupid as kids of all ages are, there's a rare occasion that some of them come to a moral understanding of things, so this was probably one of those incidents. And, like, I understand the purpose that they were doing it, but do feel like it was a bit excessive. Oh, that's how they did it. Okay, they hung out the balcony. Okay, that at least answers my question for how they did that, kind of. Because, like, the room over here has been completely empty, so they snuck into the room to hang onto the balcony to... Okay, yeah, no, I get it. I'm gonna just take a small moment to mention that, if anybody watches this video, you know, has kids, is thinking about having kids, you should treat them to be like this. Maybe not the make yourself sick to make someone else feel better kind of thing, but, like, more towards the directions of making someone feel better. Because you see all these people getting popular for just being gigantic dickwads. You know, between social media stars like Logan Paul, who got the luckiest break in his life in multiple ways. You know, fucking rappers like fucking Cardi B or Drake just get all this high tier shit in the world for doing bad things. But honestly, this is the kind of shit that you should teach your kids to do. Again, not in the regard of making yourself sick in order to end up making someone feel better, but, like, you know, I'm a gigantic asshole. I'm a worthless piece of shit. But I still, you know, take all my time in these videos when I see things like this to promote the good points. You know, I hate kids, but I honestly respect that. I could continue on with this rant, but if I could tell my, you know, time that people click off from videos, it'd probably be the time I start on my, like, moral high ground. For the record, I don't think I'll slip in the mystery solved music, because I feel like that'd be, like, tacky at this point, honestly. Like, originally I was going to do it, but honestly, seeing that what they did was for good intentions. Also, current timestamp is Christmas Eve, So that'd be kind of depressing for him to die on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I'm just saying. What did I just say? I understand where she's coming from. I do. But, like, she was his friend. Like, she might have thought she did wrong for sending him home, and then he came back in worse condition, and now he probably will die, like, more than likely, but, like, it's one of those things where if you have somebody you care about, doesn't matter if it's human, an animal, whatever, you should be in their presence when they're off or on their way out if you can. You know, I've had a lot of instances where I've rather been like in the sight of one of my animals before they, but didn't happen. And I know there's a difference between animal and human in the literal regard, but in the emotional regard, there is not. So like, she should just do it. Like, shit, I'm one of the most cold-hearted people that I know personally. You know, when I hear people are very sick, I just try to, like, go over it with a very normal way of things, just trying to extend a hand. But I get where she's coming from in this, and she might say something stupid, but I don't think he'd care. The family might look at her a little weird, but I don't think he'd care as long as she is there. For someone who's so stale emotionally like she tends to be, that probably just hit her hard. You know I've talked a lot about the moral high ground and, just the difference between being cold and being knowledgeable and whatever in this episode, but, like, the one thing I will continue to say without any remorse is, how can psychotic people believe in a good God up above if this shit is allowed to happen? I'm just saying. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that, maybe the fact we're a simulation and, the shit we're having happen happens to entertain something above, that'd be the only reason I can understand it. It doesn't matter which of the 12 million gods you believe in. Why? Just legit why? Why do people get as sick as they do? Why do innocent people or animals get harmed? Like, I hate to take the cynical direction at the end of this touching episode that the kid's about to die during, but, like, I'm making a very obvious point. And if you see this part, and don't comment down below that God has a plan. My ass, God has a plan. Oh, that's even worse, that the audio effect is literally having her voice get drained out as he's dying. Like, granted, that's masterful work, but it's also kind of fucked up. Well, because that book you read him was asinine bullshit, but it was enough to ease his spirit. I think slipping that in might have been a little fucked up on his half, though. Just saying. Yeah, Merry Christmas. The child that you were friends with just died. Like, bruh. Like, I know that's not the intention that he meant it, but that is just poor timing. Needed the rest of the night. That's how it is sometimes. I definitely had a lot of mixed feelings about this all, because, like, on the one end, I just severely hate children for a lot of reasons. Like, honestly, the little kids, annoying. Tweens, still annoying. Teenagers, still annoying, but have promise. And then a lot of them do stupid shit. No, I just don't like kids, but I'm still human and, well, still gotta feel something, right? But again, I kind of had to slip in some of my cynicism in this, because, again, I'll bring up the point of the contradictory part of this episode. Like, you can calm somebody's spirits down by saying they'll go up there when they die, sure, but, like, if there was actually something up there, why would they be on the brink of death anyway? Doesn't make sense. But I'm not gonna go too much into that. I will say my assumption that it was something to do with him was a little rude at first, but listen, honestly, in shows like this, you never can know. It's unfortunate, but it ended up being what it was, and for Christmas of all times, like, that's kind of fucked up, though. Like, I imagine doctors probably go through that shit a lot where people die on holidays like that. But man, to have the actual plot of the episode centered around that, that's a little fucked up. But it happened. I've made my point on both the moral high grounds that teach your kids to be like those three bullies, to where even if they're actually assholes, they at least like know better once they know the situation, instead of raising them to be like, again, aforementioned people who do bad things but got it to the point where they are and then later got found out. Well, I guess Logan Paul got found out in general, but like, he hasn't done anything as bad as a Cardi B or Drake, but he still has done some pretty fucked up thing. That's why he's banned from like 4 countries. But yeah, those types of people get like super mega careers off the ground. Just don't let your kids be like that for the hope that they can have really good careers, because that's just fucked up. But we talked about the episode. You can let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. I think we got 2 or 3 episodes left till the finale. I'm imagining this is 3 episodes because, based off from watching Momentary Lily, I can probably say that's the one that has 11 episodes in the season. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this episode, where you think the next episode might take us, and other shows and movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description down below. Ring both bells, like Facebook, follow Twitter and Blue Sky, keep updated with things, TikTok, Patreon, get the full unedited visuals and audio of the stuff I upload here. Go follow on Twitch, subscribe for benefits, can do so Twitch Prime for free, that helps me out short term. Subscribing here, though, helps me long term for the thing I've done half my life. And honestly, like, with how many good things I say on this channel specifically, you'd think more people would want to listen to the things I have in mind, but I'm not even going to stick on that aspect. I just want to try and project the good messages that someone even as cynical and worthless as I am can put out there. That all being said, though, let the playlist here run to help me get the watch time, because that'd be much appreciated. This is either the video YouTube recommends to you or the bigger video from the one I cut up, and it'd be appreciated to check it out in either case. Till next time, though, it's been the Blazer King with King's Critique, so ta-ta for now.